The Real Ghosts of Disneyland. Mickey's Toon Town, Anaheim, California. Mickey's Toon Town opened in Disneyland Park in California on January 24, 1993. The area is inspired by Who Framed Roger Rabbit and resembles a set from a Max Fleischer cartoon. The buildings are whimsical and full of color. The style and colors appeal to many people, but some find the whole area creepy and more than a little scary. ToonTown features several attractions involving classic cartoon characters, such as the houses of Mickey and Minnie Mouse and Gadget's Go Coaster. There's something maze-like about Mickey and Minnie's house, and some have a genuine fear of getting lost in the back rooms of this cartoon house. ToonTown was allegedly intended for young children. There are a few major rides and no large shows. One woman says, "I have a gift, and on occasion when I enter the park, and I'm not caught up in the thrill of just being in Disneyland, I can sense the presence of unseen beings in various sections of the park. Like, for instance, the Haunted Mansion. Every now and then I get the feeling of being observed. It's an intense feeling, as well as the strong sense along Main Street that not all is as it seems. But the feeling in ToonTown is like going into another dimension, and what's behind the walls no one wants to encounter. Period. In this happy place, an underlying sense of foreboding and distress can ruin my whole trip." The fictional backstory given for Mickey's Toon Town is that it was a hidden Toon suburb that Mickey Mouse had moved into in 1930 to keep in touch with his humble Midwestern roots, with his friends following soon after. Someone looking to spend their afterlife in the happiest place on earth might find this sort of resting place appealing or appalling. The story goes that when Walt Disney was looking for a location to build Disneyland, Mickey pointed him toward a large orange grove nearby. This would be the perfect place for Walt to build Disneyland. The official lore of ToonTown goes on as saying, after the park opened, Mickey and his friends would travel between their ToonTown homes and Disneyland to meet the countless guests that visited the park, before eventually deciding to open their hometown to the public later in the 90s, digging a tunnel through the berm. Some have speculated that the tunnel accessed something darker and much older than expected. ToonTown's Five and Dime store closed in 2020, but it is an area that many cast members have reported experiencing paranormal activity. One woman claims to have been working alone to restock the store late at night. ToonTown itself had closed, and all the other cast members had left. She was completely alone. Sometimes, she'd experience the feeling of being watched, but this night was different. The shelves in the store are incredibly sturdy. Nothing Disney builds is going to break easily. Quality is important. The lone cast member was folding up shirts on the far side of the store when she jumped and heard a crash from the other side of the store where a mug had fallen on the ground. Not just on the ground near the shelves either. It was about 4 feet away from the display. There was no way it could have fallen all by itself. The cast member quickly finished her job and requested to be assigned to a different part of the park. When you walk into Mickey's Toon Town, you become almost overwhelmed with the smells of sugary desserts and the lighthearted music, the bright colors, and the topsy-turvy way the buildings are made. One blogger says, whether visitors want to ride the Gadget Go Coaster or have some frozen yogurt, or meet Mickey Mouse, there are tons of things to see and experience during your time in ToonTown. But unfortunately, some people have experienced phantom children and even the backroom phenomenon. Some cast members, and more than one guest, have reported getting lost in Mickey and Minnie's house. It seems impossible to comprehend, but they say that after taking a series of impossible twists and turns, they end up in rooms that seem to go on and on with no clue on how to get back outside. Some have called these the backrooms of Toon Town. One person swears they will never go to Disneyland alone again. The chance of getting lost in these types of dimensional rifts are just too strong. Maybe there's a reason that the clock above the entrance to ToonTown is never correct and always changing. Maybe it's not just a funny gag. Have you ever experienced anything uncanny near Gadget's Go Coaster? Supernatural sounds by Roger Rabbit? Or gotten lost in Mickey's house? Let us know below.